My name is Sean Robinson, and this is my class on conducting individual training. My task is practice noise, light, and litter discipline. Reference STP 21-1 SMCT, task 071-COM-0815. What if you were a member of a dismounted squad and you were advised that there were enemies in your area? Would you be able to practice noise, light, and litter discipline to properly evade them? Now, before we get started, there's a couple things we have to go over. Our risk assessment is low, but we need to be mindful of our step and the objects around us. The floor can be slippery when wet, so if you do spill something, make sure to clean it up right away. In the event of an active shooter, we are going to run, hide, and fight if necessary. If there is a fire, we will use the exit here to my left, to your right, the sliding door. And in the event of a tornado, we are going to meet in the downstairs restroom. And currently, there are no security concerns. But be mindful of an animal in the area. We do have a barrier up. In case you do come in contact with him, he is generally friendly, but for the purposes of this exercise, we do want to keep him out of the way. So, our task, to practice noise, light, and litter discipline. Our conditions: you are a member of a dismounted or dismounted element conducting a tactical mission and have been directed to comply with noise, light, and litter discipline. Enemy elements are in your area of operation. Some iterations of this task should be performed in Mount 4. We are not going to be performing this task in Mount 4 today. Our standards for this task: to prevent the enemy from locating your element by exercising noise, light, and litter discipline at all times. There are no special considerations. Again, our safety risk is low. And again, this task can be performed in Mount 4, but we will not be performing this task in Mount 4 today. Immediately following our training, we will be conducting evaluations on an individual basis. In order to receive an overall go for this task, you must receive a go on each performance step evaluated, and those steps will be given to you later. You will be evaluated one at a time in this room. In order to operate as a member of a team during a tactical mission, you must be able to know when it is appropriate to exercise noise, light, and litter discipline, and the methods of doing so. I will now conduct a high-speed demonstration on conducting noise, light, and litter discipline. And we'll do a step-by-step walkthrough of each of the performance steps after the demonstration. We have been advised there are enemies in the area. This concludes my high-speed demonstration. I will now read through the performance steps for noise, light, and litter discipline. Exercise noise discipline. Avoid all unnecessary vehicular and foot movement. Try to be light on your step at all times. Secure with tape or other materials metal parts. For example, weapon slings, canteen cups, identification tags to prevent them from making noise during movement. But note, do not obstruct moving parts of weapons or vehicles. Avoid all unnecessary talk. Use radio only when necessary. Set radio volume low so only that you can hear. And then use visual techniques to communicate. Exercise light discipline. Do not smoke. Note, the smoking of cigarettes, cigars, etc. can be seen and smelled by the enemy. Conceal flashlights and other light sources so that the light is filtered, for example, underneath of a poncho. Conceal or blacken anything that reflects light, for example, metal surfaces, vehicles, and glass. And then conceal vehicles and equipment with available natural camouflage. Now, exercise litter discipline. Establish a litter collection point. And then verify that all litter has been establish a litter collection point, empty food containers, empty ammunition cans or boxes, old camouflage when occupying a position. And then you want to verify that all litter has been collected in preparation to leaving a position. And take all litter with you when leaving a position. Now, I will give each soldier time to practice, and I will go around giving advice on anything that you may not understand and answer any questions. And again, if you haven't already, make sure to sign in on the class roster, but don't actually sign it, just print your name, and then we'll sign once all the tasks are complete and the class is finished. All right, we'll now do evaluations on an individual basis. You two go ahead and leave the room. We'll only be conducting one evaluation at this time, and then we'll cycle each soldier out as they complete the evaluations. And before we leave and conduct the evaluations, I will read to you again the task conditions and standard. The task is to perform light, noise, and to perform noise, light, and litter discipline. The conditions: you are a member of a mounted or dismounted element conducting a tactical mission and have been directed to comply with noise, light, and litter discipline. Enemy elements are in your area of operation. Some iterations of this task should be performed in Mount 4. Once again, we are not performing in Mount 4. The standard is to prevent the enemy from locating your element by exercising noise, light, and litter discipline at all times. Our performance measures are to exercise noise discipline, exercise light discipline, and to exercise litter discipline. And once again, one soldier in the room at this time. We'll be conducting your evaluation. All right, all the evaluations are complete. Specialist James, you did not receive a go. You are a no-go at this task. Your retraining and reevaluation will be tomorrow at 0800. And once again, your reevaluation will be immediately following your retraining at 0800 tomorrow at the same training location. Sar Melendez, we had one no-go during this task, and he is going to be reevaluated tomorrow morning at 0800. Okay, class, I'm going to now make sure that I have everything before we conduct our quick AAR. So we have our poncho, I have my water source here, all my papers, my tape. Okay, we'll conduct a quick AAR. What was supposed to happen was we were supposed to conduct and practice noise, light, and litter discipline. What actually happened? What went right? What went wrong? How can our training be improved? And again, were my controls effective? All right. So again, I'm going to go ahead and make sure I have all my equipment, make sure all my paperwork is properly filled out. The sign-in roster has been signed by everybody, and my DD form 2977 is filled out and has been signed, and rechecking that all our controls were effective. Now we're going to conduct a quick police call and close out the training site. That concludes my class.